Oh yes, it is that time once again. And that time is VHS pickups time, which probably should have come a lot sooner because as I've been thrifting and yes, cruising and perusing eBay, I pick up a tape here, a couple tapes there, maybe a few more tapes way over there, and all of a sudden, I've got a whole lot of stuff to show you guys.
Oh, but before that, there are other things to see.
Sorry that got weird. Yes, before VHS tapes, there's just a couple quick little things I do want to show off. The first of which has been added to the Weird collection from my buddy Eric, and probably more likely his wife, who is a big Batman fan, and gave me this. It's a Batman record from 1975. And it looks like it has four, I assume, stories, because it has four tracks, and each one has a written credit, and they're very lengthy. So I assume they are spoken or radio play acted stories. So that's super cool. And here's the back. Just a nice Batman looking up at the spotlight. Classic Batman right there. The next thing I found is gonna blow your mind. Or at least blow your eardrums. I found this beautiful 1985 Ghetto Blaster at Savers thrift store. I don't know if you got a Savers around you, but I found this bad boy for $16, which is an absolute steal, and it works. I have not checked the tape decks just yet, but otherwise it seems to be in very good working order. And as long as one of the tape decks works nicely, I'm in hog heaven with this bad boy. But you didn't come here for Batman and Ghetto Blasters. You came here for VHS tapes. That's right. So the first few tapes, I didn't find the same day as the Ghetto Blaster, but I found them at the same Savers. That Savers was just putting out like Girl on Prom Night. For a few weeks there. It's dried up since. I try to get there at least once a week, and lately there hasn't really been anything interesting to see. But, look at this. The Ewok Adventure, a tape I have been looking for, and the companion, and really the one I've really been wanting to watch again, the Ewoks, The Battle for Endor. I had both of these taped off TV when I was a kid, and I have really good memories of them. I know they're sort of mocked nowadays. But yeah, in super good shape. And also, that same day, and I suspect probably came from the same house as the Ewok movies, just judging on the condition of the sleeves, is Class of Nukem High. That's right, from Trauma. From back in the day. This tape looks like it was a 1990 release. The movie's from 1986, but the tape was manufactured in, looks like, 1990, which I actually think is what the that is what the Ewok Adventures say too. Yep, all three tapes manufactured in 1990. Yeah, pretty great. This next little stack of tapes I got all together at Goodwill, and they are, for one thing, a true classic, The Addams Family, which I already own this VHS tape, except for, you'll notice on the back, if it's not too washed out, there it is, that McDonald's logo. Does anybody remember when you could buy VHS tapes at McDonald's? I do. McDonald's and Burger King used to do that, so I saw that this was a McDonald's tape, and I had to grab it. Even though I probably own 4 copies of that movie on VHS at this point. And in addition to the movie, I also found a few volumes of the old TV show. We've got volume 10. They all have the same cover, just with a different color. This is volume 11 and volume 8. And they do actually have different pictures on the back. You'll see Morticia and Lurch, and then you've got Thing and the family. And then you've got Gomez and Lurch and Cousin It. Yeah. So yeah, that was super exciting to find. I'm a big Addams Family fan. I think the TV show is probably one of the greatest shows ever to have ever been on television. I still watch it now, and I think it is still just as funny and clever and subversive as it ever was. Now, yesterday I stopped at Half Price Books and I found these two gems. One is a nice old copy of Flight of the Navigator, one of the great movies of my childhood, at least one of the great kids' movies of my childhood. Let's put it that way. Great movie. And a factory-sealed Stephen King's Graveyard Shift. Although, when I pulled the half-price book sticker off, it pulled the seal with it. So it is not quite as sealed as it was when I bought it, which is kind of a bummer. You got Brad Dourif on the back. So this next tape I just got off eBay because I finally found it for a nice, dirt cheap, rock bottom price, $2 or $4. I think maybe it ended up being cheaper because the guy was selling some other tapes and he combined the shipping, something like that. In any case, it was a nice cheap price for The Last Broadcast. And if you don't know The Last Broadcast, it's a found footage horror movie that's very Blair Witch-esque, but it preceded Blair Witch. It came out sometime in, I guess, the year before Blair Witch. And I saw it, and this is a Hollywood videotape, it should be pointed out. Very nice. I caught this movie on TV, and I didn't know it was fake. All of the found footage was very well done, very convincing. It's about some guys in Jersey who had like a public access sort of paranormal discussion show. It was really all of that felt so real. I didn't believe that it was fake. I was probably like 80% sure that this was true events, and I was hooked and I was in and along for the ride. Super good. And we got a couple of kids tapes, Animaniacs, and of course you got Pinky and the Brain on the cover, and you think I'm not going to buy it? I mean, forget about it. And a true classic, the Walt Disney Christmas, which, again, I think I had taped off of TV for most of my childhood, and I loved it. I love those old cartoons. Yeah. Just a super cool pickup. I love the puffy white Disney cases that they used to do. Ooh, we got an exciting one here. Dreamscape, starring Dennis Quaid. If you don't know about Dreamscape, just wait, because my next video review is going to be Dreamscape. So look out for that. It's a super cool movie. Spoiler alert, I like it. Oh my god, you don't get much more 80s than this right here. That's right, it's Emilio Estevez. It's Harry Dean Stanton. Repo Man. We've also got Starship, which I have not seen, but looks interesting. Look at the cover. Look at the picture on the back cover. An intergalactic spectacular, light years away from planet Earth. Sounds good to me. And also, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but this is from Scottsdale Video in Scottsdale, Arizona. So we've got an Arizona tape. I really need to make a map of what states I have tapes from. I think that would be fun. And I feel like I've said that probably 100 times, and I've never done it. So put that on my list of things that I say and then never do. And then also we have gore or jore, but probably gore. Looks like a pretty solid barbarian sci-fi movie. What's a 20th century man doing in the past? Battling for his life. This next tape is a movie that I like quite a bit, and I kind of think doesn't really get maybe as much love as it should, and that is Cemetery Man. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe like everybody loves this movie and just I don't hear about it, but it's weird. It's very funny. It has, in some ways, a kind of an uncomfortable energy to it. I don't really know how to describe it, but you'll know what I mean if you ever watch it. The basic idea of Cemetery Man is just that this groundskeeper at this little local cemetery, every night there are zombies that rise up from their graves and usually just want to like go home. Like they're not like brain-eating zombies. They just don't want to be dead and they don't want to be in the cemetery. So he basically is re-killing them and reburying them, and it's like almost farcical. It gets wacky, but then it's kind of disturbing at the same time. It's a good time. I recommend it. I'm not going to say that it's to everybody's taste, but I definitely recommend giving it a watch. I cannot wait to watch this next movie, Black Cobra 2. I mean, obviously, I'm going to have to wait till I find Black Cobra 1, because I'm not going to understand what's happening in this movie if I don't see Black Cobra 1, am I right? I'm not going to get it. Lieutenant Robert Malone, Fred Williamson, is a tough Chicago cop on assignment with Interpol. When a terrorist group assassinates a friend of Malone's and holds a school of terrified children hostage, he must act quickly to save the kids. A surprise attack is his only hope. Oh yeah, I mean, he's fighting on a truck. He's like kicking a dude. He's like, looks like he's Superman punching that guy off of the cliff. He's got there's like a pretty lady in peril. I'm sure she's tougher than she appears in that photo. She probably like, boom, turns the tables on him. I don't know. Looks awesome. That's all. Now, I think the rest of the stack here actually came from Half Price Books. We've got The Stepfather, which I was very excited to get because I have Stepfather 2, and it was nice to finally put those two tapes together. And we have The Evil That Men Do, a Charles Bronson at his most Charles Bronson-y. And yes, you may notice the poster on the door looks suspiciously familiar. Yeah. Now here's one that I think we can add to our stack of public domain movies that we could actually watch here on the channel sometime. And it is Bela Lugosi and the East Side Kids in Spooks Run Wild. I don't know. I'll have to look into it. If it's public domain, we can talk about showing it on the channel, which is always exciting. The next tape up, by the way, do you notice that I get loopier as these videos roll on? I notice. The next tape up is The Rats, which I actually have this tape, and I bought it just because I buy anything rat related. But when I got it home, I realized that this is actually a screener copy. You'll see it on the tape. It says Preview Video Cassette. And the back is actually a little different from the other copy that I have. It's not quite as overtly a screener box as they usually are. But so yeah, I was kind of glad that I ended up buying it thinking it was just a double of something I already had. And, yeah, super cool. Oh, boy. Revenge of the Nerds 2, Nerds in Paradise. I'm a fan of the Revenge of the Nerds movies. I have been since I was a kid. I even liked Revenge of the Nerds 3 and 4, the made-for-TV Nerds movies. I have a soft spot for it. I always will. So I had to pick up the tape. I mean, what do you want from me? And for, I think, the very first time ever on this channel, we're going to end a pickups video with a classy tape. That's right. It is Wings of Desire, which I'm very excited to add to the collection. It's a great movie. I want to say it was called Wings over Berlin in Germany. It's a really interesting movie. It's pretty artsy-fartsy, not going to lie to you, so if that's not your thing, you might not get into it, but I would still recommend checking it out. It's about angels, and not necessarily angels in like the sort of typical religious idea. They're more observers that are around us all the time, and in a lot of ways, they don't understand what it is to be human, and a lot of it is about this one angel who sort of suddenly has this something inside him that pulls him towards humanity, like makes him want to understand why we do the things that we do, even though we are so illogical and self-destructive, and we make no sense, basically. And it's really wild. It's explores a lot of ideas, and Peter Falk is in it, and he's so good. TV's Columbo, my God, and he's playing himself in the movie. It's very good. Yeah, it's a good movie. It's a classic movie. It's a top-notch class act. So those were the recent additions to the VHS collection here. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I really do appreciate everybody who, whether you just watch or you sub or you comment or you like or you're a patron, all of it matters. All of it is incredibly kind of you. And I really do appreciate it a lot. So thank you, everybody. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.